Hey guys, it's Cho and I'm back with another video. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm in my robe, which typically means that I had to create this video at the very last minute. I'm gonna definitely need my dramatic lip for this video because it's kind of a doozy. I've got my receipts over here. It's just a mess, honestly, truly. But I've got my Laneige glowy lip balm in the color berry. Yeah, I'm feeling very Lisa Rinna right now with this lip. This is like the Lisa Rinna lip balm. Anyway, so I was on Twitter tonight, minding my own business, okay? Like I always do. And I came across this random Rihanna like fan account attacking Nye, aka LABeautyologist. Now, for those who don't remember who she is technically America's favorite black esthetician. I've done a couple videos on her before, one somewhat in a critical like lens, and the other one was defending her. Let me see. The first video was about her alleged desire to toy around with the idea of making colorist jokes, like skin bleaching jokes, against the K-pop band BTS. As you can imagine, knowing BTS fans, that did not go over well for her. For all the details on that drama, definitely click up there to watch it, because it gives you a little bit of a context to kind of what I'm going to get at towards the end of this video. So definitely go watch that video. Now, the second video that I did on her was actually one that was positive for her in terms of me defending her. Youth to the People, which is a very popular skincare brand, was allegedly stealing her content, using that content in their marketing platforms and profiting off of her labor without giving her credit. In fact, if I remember correctly, I believe that they may have lied about how they sourced that information, and they didn't really come up with an apology until a lot of social media pressure was applied to them. So, you know, Nye, she's been through the drama on twitter.com. But, you know, I really wasn't going to make this video, but it all kicked off. Listen, I have a healthy glass of wine right now, champagne to be exact. LABeautyologist from Trader Joe's. I definitely recommend. It's like 15 bucks. It's a high quality champagne, has a bit of a bite, really great with OJ, really good with blueberry juice, kind of tart, adds another dimension of flavor, I think, to the drink. But no, I really was just gonna drink wine and play Valorant all night long until I saw these tweets. Now we're gonna look at the tweets together because it's a mess. So the first tweet says, "I love gay people as a whole, but I fucking hate that gay ass speech pattern. All that yes bitch, work hunty shit makes me violent." Tell me how you really feel. Okay. The second tweet went a little bit like this. You know, 'cause gays are scary. You know, maybe I can be a little scary sometimes. Maybe she's got a point there. And the last tweet was, and I think the one that she's currently receiving the most backlash over is this one. "Black, woman, gay, then all three? I'll take 2/3. Yikes. I assume the implication is that she wouldn't want to be gay, or that being gay is not acceptable. I don't know. I'm not really here to discuss the comments at length. It's pretty obvious and doesn't really deserve an explanation why these comments can potentially be seen as offensive. It's also worth saying that I cannot even confirm if these tweets of hers are actually hers. I did not see these tweets with my own eyes. These are screen captures that someone else posted on a public platform called twitter.org. Or twitter.com, I'm being facetious. So, keep that in mind. People do forge stuff. I do want to give her the benefit of the doubt until we hear from her. Until we hear from her herself. So, these may or may not be her tweets. I think they are her tweets because she has gone completely private on her Twitter account, like completely private. As you can see here. So that's not a good sign. If she didn't make those tweets, then if it were me, I would have been like, that's not me. Take this down. This is libelous. Take it down. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would have done. But instead, she privated her account, so her 200,000 followers, that's all that can check her out at this point. I'm not one of those followers. I don't follow her. So I can't see any of her tweets. So I don't know what she's saying or not saying. I don't know. But it's just shocking to me that as an influencer of her magnitude, she would not consider a PR agent that would have scrubbed any potentially damaging tweets like this from her account. These influencers, they talk about how much money they have, how much, they talk about the lifestyle and all the stuff they have. But you couldn't pay a PR agent a couple $1,000 to get rid of your homophobic tweets from 5 years ago? I don't know. It's just strange to me. If I were her, that would be a priority to me. But I think the bigger problem here is that identity politics has become people's bread and butter for social media. Bread and butter is like a fighting game term. You guys know I'm a gamer. Go follow me on twitch.tv/thatshow. But a bread and butter is a term in fighting games that signifies something that is highly effective, that doesn't have many counters. It's like a foolproof thing that you can do. And that bread and butter for society today is identity politics. We live in a culture that obsesses over your identity and the protection of certain classes. And I think that it gives people an incentive to leverage their identities in order to gain social capital. I don't think this is a good thing at all. I think it's one of the worst things in modern times to exist. One prime example that I can think of recently is an astrologist on Twitter got exposed for scamming her followers into supporting her GoFundMe pages. And she really weaponized and leveraged her disabilities, the fact that she's a woman, the fact that she's poor. I mean, even being poor is like an identity now, which it just blows my mind. But what this culture does is it creates an environment where one of two things happens. Again, you either leverage your identity to gain followers, to gain clout, to gain money, and number two, that people and institutions that already have power and influence can use it and weaponize it against people to, shut down consenters. Now, of course, there are racist people, there are homophobic people, there are phobic. I mean, you insert the phobic or insert the ist. Those people exist, okay? But I think that more often than not, we use our identities to shut down opinions and to shut down conversation. And I think ultimately, the best ideas always win. And so I think we should have discussions that are important, that are maybe a little uncomfortable. And I think that when you dive so deeply into ID politics, it prevents that from happening. I don't want to get too much into that, but I think that overall, ID politics, it is designed to separate people, not unite them. And I think that if we can focus a little bit more on protecting all humans and protecting everybody, that's a more uniting message, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. I don't mean to get too political. I don't know. But the other problem is that you end up inevitably being a victim of the machine that you support. You know, intersectionality is a really important marker of identity politics, and it's something that people who believe in it don't even follow. And it brings me back around to Nye's comments. It's like, for her, from what I've seen of her content, she's a very pro-black person. You know, BLM, go, 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 rah, rah, rah. You know, she's one of those types, you know, except for when it comes to gay blacks, it appears. It's like, so it makes you a hypocrite. You know, people who are really big into these ID politics, you end up looking like a hypocrite every time, and the mob always turns on you. Now, do I think that Nye is a homophobe? No, I don't. I actually don't.
Maybe one day you can learn to not say stuff.
Hey guys, Editing Show is here. I finished this video last night and I was editing the video today when I discovered a mountain of more deleted tweets and receipts of things Nye has said. I know that as you're watching this video, you're going to see or maybe perceive that I'm giving her a lot of the benefit of the doubt, which I'm glad to do. I think everyone deserves to, you know, have the benefit of the doubt. And I'm still giving that to her. However, the tweets that I have seen today have been extremely homophobic, fatphobic, colorist, you name it. The tweets have not been good. So I am trying to offer a little bit of goodwill, because I think that when you report on this stuff, you really should do that. Like, you owe it to the public to be fair and to be gracious and kind towards others, but it's not looking good. So I'm not going to post those tweets here in the video because I don't want to get like demonetized or whatever. However, I will be posting a collection of all the tweets I have compiled over on my Buy Me a Coffee page. So yeah, anyway, just keep that in mind as you watch the rest of this video. I don't know if I'm going to put this in the middle, the beginning, or the end. I don't know, but yeah. Nye, I think, has some major issues that she needs to work through, and I'm really looking forward to see what the hell she's going to say about all these tweets that people are putting out there. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks. These tweets were revealed to be 5 years ago. I don't know how old she is. I don't think it really matters. The tweets were 5 years old. And I'm not a big proponent of like cancel culture. I believe in accountability and discussions and conversations and bridging the gaps. I don't think that we should be blowing up the bridges. I think we should be trying to build bridges and, you know, have a discussion about why do you feel these things? Where did you learn this behavior that's really derogatory? And I think that we need to start offering people grace and the ability to transform, evolve, and change their perceptions of other people. Now, the comments on their own are definitely offensive, in my opinion, okay? I think they're pretty offensive. That being said, we still don't have the full, complete context. Were they a string of tweets? Was she in the middle of having a conversation or a back and forth? You know, we just don't know everything. And so we really have to get out of this routine of just like completely canceling people for mistakes with murky context. We just really have to get away from that, in my opinion. I definitely recommend that people don't go out of your way to bully her or to try to impact her life in a negative way. I've definitely been very shady on Twitter because that's what I do. I throw shade. I've been really funny, but you know, you don't want you don't want to put people into a downward spiral of negativity, because again, it doesn't really help to have conversations. Now, my problem isn't exactly the comments themselves, okay? I have a pretty high tolerance for offensive content. Maybe I'm just crazy like that. I have very thick skin, and it's also the fact that I know that I make mistakes. I have made mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes in the future. I am not perfect, so I try to not hold other people to this unrealistic expectation of being perfect either. What upsets me and what offends me is the hypocrisy. Again, it goes back to the whole ID politics. You can't be going all over Twitter, tootsie rolling around, talking about pro-black this, pro-black that, support black people with this, but then not support black gay people. It's just, you can't do both. You cannot do both of those things. I'm sorry. You just can't. So, don't pretend to be something that you're not. That's really, I think, what it boils down to, because I think if you just own it, apologize, and, stop being a faker, then, people wouldn't be as surprised or upset by it. I mean, listen, you can go to my Twitter all day long. I'm not deleting any tweets. It's only a matter of time before someone tries to dig up a tweet on me. I'm not going to delete it, though. It's going to be what I said it, and there's probably some context to explain it. In fact, go dig up the tweets now. Go dig them up. Let's have a conversation about my tweets. Listen, I say some crazy stuff too. It's okay. It's fine, guys. Stop trying to cancel everybody. I don't know. That's just me. I think I'm rambling at this point because I haven't really planned out this video very well. I think at this point, I'm just waiting for a Notes app apology. I'm waiting for that because if she obviously didn't hire PR before, she definitely hired them now. So while she is cleaning up all these tweets, she's deleting tweets at a rapid pace, I'm sure, and she's trying to figure out a way to get herself out of this situation, because she's been under fire a couple times now. It's how much more can you take? I don't know, just run your businesses, sell your skincare or your services or whatever you do. Get off of Twitter, girl. That's my advice to her. Get off of Twitter, because it seems like every few months she's in some wild situation where she's getting canceled. But tell me what you think about all this stuff. I'm interested to see where this drama goes next. How do you feel about her comments? Do you think that she should be canceled? I don't think that's even a real thing, but if you think it is, convince me otherwise in the comment section below. Do you think, she should be held accountable? What does that look like? Do you think that the embarrassment that she's receiving right now is enough accountability? And what do you think about identity politics? I know I went a little bit of a, rambling political rant there, but I really am interested in your comments. And thank you for watching the video. As always, don't send hate to other people online. Please be shady, be fun, be cute, but don't be hateful, because that's not cute at all. You'll definitely get wrinkles and acne from being hateful. Okay, I know that. You will. I promise. And that's it for today's video. Bye.